All right, let's jump right in. Today we're going to do something kind of cool. We're going to take one simple everyday word and use it to unlock a surprisingly huge idea about language itself. So, let's start with a question. How much heavy lifting can one single word really do? We throw around thousands of words every day, but what happens if we just put one under the microscope? The word for today's journey is oil. Seems pretty basic, right? But you'll see, it's an amazing example of just how powerful and flexible our language can be. Okay, first things first. Let's do what anyone would do and check the dictionary. What are the different jobs that this one little word, oil, actually has? So the first meaning is probably the one that pops into your head right away, the industrial one. We're talking cars, machines, fuel. Like in the sentence, gas and oil are essential to running a car. Super straightforward. This is the oil of industry, of power. But then, that exact same word completely changes scenes. It takes us right out of the garage and into the kitchen. Here, oil is all about cooking. Olive oil, vegetable oil, you name it. The example, cook the potatoes in oil, uses the identical word, but it's for something totally different. And just when you think you've got it figured out, okay, it's for cars and it's for cooking. Bam, it shifts again. An oil can also be a work of art, an oil painting. So think about that. This one tiny word covers everything from a barrel of crude petroleum to a masterpiece hanging in a museum. That is some serious range for just a single noun. And what's really wild is how it can transform. See, oil isn't just a thing, a noun. It's also an action, a verb. To oil something means to apply that substance, like she oiled the parts of the gun. So now the word itself is pulling double duty, grammatically speaking. So let's recap. Oil can be a fuel, a food, a piece of art, and an action. Pretty impressive, right? But, and this is a big but, that's not even the most important thing about this word. There's a clue, hidden in plain sight in the dictionary entry, that changes the whole game. It's right there, just tucked away on the page. It's that little bit of text, that piece of metadata that, let's be honest, 99% of us would scroll right past without a second thought. But this little detail, it's a doorway to a massive idea about how we communicate. There it is. Oil is on the basic English 850 list. Whoa, okay, so this isn't just about one word's definition anymore. This one sentence tells us that the word oil is part of a very, very exclusive club. So what on earth is the basic English 850 list? Let's dig into that, because this is where our simple word study explodes into a much, much bigger idea. We've got to understand what this list is all about. The key is right there in the number, 850. To put that in perspective, the English language has well over 1 million words. And this special, curated list, it has just 850. It was designed to be a foundation, a core set of words that can do pretty much all the work you need. Now, these words weren't just picked out of a hat. No way. They were specifically selected for their power and their flexibility. They're basically the Swiss Army knives of the English language. Each one is capable of doing a whole bunch of different jobs, just like we saw with our word oil. This brings up a really fascinating question, though. The English language is so rich and huge and complex. Why in the world would anyone want to purposely limit it to just 850 words? What's the point of that? Well, this slide right here answers that question perfectly. Just look at the power of oil. One single word out of those 850. It can successfully communicate ideas about cars, about cooking, about art, about engineering. You don't need 4 different super specific words when one powerful, flexible word gets the job done. So, and this is the crucial point. Basic English isn't about dumbing the language down. Not at all. It's about making it radically efficient. It's a tool designed to let you express almost any complex idea using a very small but very, very powerful core vocabulary. Okay, so let's bring this all home. After going down this rabbit hole with the word oil, what does it really teach us about communication? Well, it shows us that a simple word can wear a ton of different hats. It proves that versatility isn't just a neat trick. It's the secret sauce for a core vocabulary. And maybe most importantly, it shows us that you don't actually need a huge number of words to talk about big, complex ideas. Sometimes simplicity is the most powerful tool you have. And that leaves us with a final thought to chew on. In our own lives, in our own communication, what's actually more powerful?
Having a gigantic vocabulary with a precise word for every little thing? Or truly mastering a smaller, simpler set of words and using them with real creativity and skill? It's a pretty interesting question about how language really works.